Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to talk about Mega Risings and if they are worth it to summon on TOP. Because a lot of time people ask me, we have Mega Rising units S and Z tiers, is it worth it going into the banner and having them for the Tournament of Power? And it's a really difficult question to answer because it involves CCs and depend on people and what they want to do. In this video, I will try to answer that question. I will give you a tier list for each Mega Rising unit and tell you which one are the best or the most worth it. They have the most value to use in TOP. Not like which one are the best in battle, but which one will help you the most to get a higher score. Because every single one of them is gonna be good in battle, and every single one of them is gonna do well if you have them at a good star level. So, as you can see this season, we have multiple Mega Rising in Z tier. We have the Yamcha and the 23rd World Tournament Goku. We also have in S tier, I believe we're gonna have Ginyu, the yellow Goku from Saiyan Saga. So both Saiyan Saga are S and Z tier. You're gonna have the Ginyu Force Tag Unit, Piccolo Jr. So basically most of them are like around S and Z tier this season. And you're gonna see the same pattern next season. I'm not sure if the red cell is S tier. Usually you can get to S tier, it's not as often. You're gonna also have the purple Trunks sometimes in Z tier. Next season I think he is Z tier, yes, as you can see here. And in S tier you're gonna have the other characters like Piccolo Jr., Yamcha that were S and Z last season. You're gonna have some other like I believe we're gonna have one of the Ginyu Force here. You have Red Cell, he wasn't S last season, but he is next season. The Goku still S tier, 2 seasons in a row. And no Ginyu Force, so they're in A tier, they dropped a little bit. But that's fine, as you can see here, they're mostly very high tier. And there is a reason for that, because these tiers in TOP, they are basically based on usage rate. If a character is used a lot in the first week of a season, he will drop to C tier. If a character is not used too much, he's gonna be in Z tier. And since a lot of people do not summon on Mega Rising units, or they don't summon on the least hype one, they will find themselves a lot of time in Z and S tier, like the DB characters. You can also see other DB characters like Jackie Chun in S tier, and you usually see Tambourine, he also goes to Z tier sometimes. You also see the Turles Crusher Corp, but Jackie Chun, Tambourine, Turles Crusher Corp, they come back on regular banners, so they will eventually drop in low tier when a lot of people get them. The Mega Rising, they do not return in banners, for the exception of one that I will tell you later. So, the question is it worth summoning for them? There is two answers to that. If you are someone that cares only about the 1k CC and just get the CC and go out, it's not worth it at all. There is no point summoning on them. Unless you have the characters, for example, you like Piccolo Jr. and the 23rd World Tournament Goku, you go to Unique Equip and you summon on them. Why not use them? Make a DB team and they will be incredible in it. Or you can make a Regen team with Piccolo Jr., Saiyan team with Goku, Goku Batch team with Goku, and you have a lot of choices. Same for Ginyu Force, like again make a Frieza Force team, and they can work. But it's not worth it for you to summon, just for the 1k CC, because you can get the 1k CC with so many other characters, and it's not a big problem. If you are someone that likes to play TOP, like the gameplay, and like to get high rank, we think they are worth it, but not every single one of them. That's why I'm gonna make a tier list, and you can see it a little bit later, because some of them, they are always S and Z tier, but some others, they barely get to S tier, some they don't get at all in S tier, and they could be really a waste of CC, since they are not good in PvP, and there is no point getting them. Now let's get to the tier list and all the Mega Rising banners. We're gonna start with the tier list itself, and it's gonna be basically letting you know which one are worth it the most. Z tier is basically characters that have a lot of tags. They're usually S in Z tier, and they're gonna be very useful. For example, the 2 DB units, since both are S and Z, their banner is going to be super valuable. You can run them together. This guy is in Goku base team, he's in Sonfam, he's in Saiyans, he's in DB, so he has a lot of tag. This guy is in Regen, PO, DB, has a lot of tag again, and both of them in one banner. It's gonna be having a lot of values, and you can use them together. They're always SNG, and they're gonna be a pretty decent combo. You have this guy who is Saiyan, Sonfang, and Saiyan Saga, and he's always basically S tier. Now for the Goku, he's a pretty tanky unit, support unit. He's also a healer for DB and Saiyans, also Sonfang of course. He also does okay damage, and he's pretty good in battle. Now for all the Mega Rising in here, I would advise you to have them at least 9 star if you are using them as a main unit, 7 star if you're using them as bench Z tier unit, and they can work of course. For this Piccolo Jr., amazing character, probably the most valuable character for Regen. He's pretty fast, he has a really great combo with Red Launch on DB. He's also doing good damage, tanking pretty good. He has some supers if he goes below 70% HP, and overall he's an amazing character for Regen and DB. If you have him, I would advise to Z-power him, but if you want him for top purposes, it's not a bad idea to get him. Next is gonna be the Yellow Goku, the Saiyan Saga one. Himself, I think he's better in battle than Yamcha. I use them a lot, both of them, and he's always higher HP. Yamcha is faster and maybe super more, but this Goku is pretty tanky. He does good damage. He's also supering a lot. He has some gauge in his kit, and it's amazing. He's always S tier. He got to Z tier a couple of times, but not too much. Himself, I would say in Saiyan teams, he's gonna be a super valuable character since he has the Saiyan Z ability. And in Saiyan Saga team, he's probably a must run if you have him. He's so good. Now we have Yamcha. Yamcha himself, he just has 2 teams, which is Saiyan Saga and Super Warrior. Super Warrior is not really a team, so a bit disappointing. That's why he gets to a lower tier. I would say get him if you have a Saiyan Saga team. Z-power both of them to 8 or 9 star. If you have both, put them in your Saiyan Saga team, and you probably do not need to worry about boost anymore. You just need to change maybe 1 or 2 units every season, but the rest is gonna be golden. Now the Ginyu Force character, all 3, I would say Ginyu is the least valuable. These 2 usually get to Z tier and they are S tier more often than not. Ginyu, I never seen him in Z, and he's more strike based. The Frieza Force team is more blast based. This guy is heavy blast, and this guy can be used in both teams, so they are more valuable. I think this guy is a little bit more valuable than this one because he's heavy blast, and Frieza Force wants to be blast based. Now this Trunks, I think he's the weakest among those in battle. You need him very high star, at least 9 star I would say. And he can get to Z tier sometime. Actually he's Z tier in season 111. And in battle he does okay damage. He has a cover skill which is good if you want to save some low HP character. He can attack 2 times, but he's more strike based, and sometimes you want more blast based for a hybrid, unless you're using the Beast Gohan and so. But the problem with him and Cell, they already returned in a banner, and more people have them, so I do not know if it's really worth summoning on the banner, on this banner again, because they might come back again, and you might even drop him here if you want to. But at the moment, since he's Z tier or S tier often, it's gonna be a great value for him. Now in good value we have this Ginyu and Cell. The 2 characters are decent in battle. Cell, he's more geared toward Regen because he's strike based, but himself he's gonna be okay. The big problem with him is he transforms late, and late transformation is a bit annoying. However, he's gonna be decent in battle. Have him 9 star in your main team, and he's gonna do the job. The only problem, he doesn't get to Z tier, and sometimes he's not even in S tier, so a bit problematic, let's say. And for this Ginyu, same, he's not always in S tier, sometimes he go to A tier, and he never gets to Z tier, so it's not the most worth it. These 2 guys are a little bit better. If you summon on the banner and get all 3, I would advise to Z-power this guy first, then Urokum and Gildo, then Ginyu. And at the end we have these two characters. Probably Garlic Jr. Is the best or second best character in battle after Piccolo Jr. But the problem with him is he's always low tier, A, B, C, and it's not worth summoning on the banner at all. These guys are also always low tier, they are really good in battle, but it's not worth summoning on, even if he is one of the best regen character to use. Regen has like two amazing purples, which are the two LL cells, and you probably have them already, so it's not worth it having another purple. Now for these guys, the only team I would advise to get them for is if you use a full Piccolo team, Piccolo Jr., these guys, and the support, Green Piccolo and Gohan. Maybe it's worth it, they're blast based, but they're never high tier, so you're just going to use them as a character to use in battle, not for a boost, and already have so many in regen, it's mostly pointless. That's basically it for the most valuable Mega Rising characters. Now let's look at the banners. We're gonna have first the Cell and Trunks Mega Rising. I would say is the second worst to summon on, since they came back already, and maybe they're gonna get unique equipment in the future, which would up their values. If they get a unique equipment and they return on their own banner, I would say is a little bit more worth it, because they're most likely not coming back on other banner. But if they come back on other banner, not really worth Z-powering too much. After that we're gonna have the Ginyu Force, maybe the second or third most valuable. I would say second most valuable, because Frieza Force is a better team than Saiyan Saga, and you're gonna have 3 characters to get instead of 2, and the Tag Jis and Berter are pretty good, get to Z tier often, they will be amazing in Blast Frieza Force teams. Now after that, this is the most valuable banner. You're gonna have 2 characters that have a lot of tag, work so well together, and you're gonna have DB that has like so many good Zenkais and easy to get character, like Zenkai Launch is amazing, Blue Bulma, the Zenkai is amazing, Free to Bleed Bulma is amazing, and this guy is a healer for the team. So if you get the 2 Mega Rising, you can build an OP DB team and you are sorted. Plus, this Goku is gonna be a really good insane teams, Goku based teams. This Piccolo Jr. is probably the most valuable regen character, so this is the best Mega Rising to summon on, and they already got unique equipment, so you can use them in PvP too. Saiyan Saga 1 is probably the third most worth it. I would say this Goku is a little bit more worth than the Yamcha, unless you are using full Saiyan Saga, then Yamcha a little bit more than Goku. Goku has the Goku based team, the Saiyan team and Saiyan Saga. Yamcha has only Saiyan Saga to be used on, and Goku I think is a little bit better in battle. However, Yamcha is a healer and supers a little bit more often with a very high speed. Now let's get to the last Mega Rising and the least worth it of them all, and it's the Goku Piccolo and Garlic Jr. one. Both of them are always low tier. Even if they are great in battle, it's not worth summoning in it at all. I would say Garlic Jr. is one of the best purple regen character, or one of the best regen character in the game. But if you want just a purple, there is too many options. You do not need Garlic Jr. Now let's rearrange them a little bit. The most worth it is gonna be the 23rd World Tournament banner, then the Ginyu Force. After that you're gonna have the Saiyan Saga, then you're gonna have these 2. I do not know how to arrange them. These guys, if they never come back, they will be higher than the Garlic Jr. banner. If they start coming back, the Garlic Jr. is gonna be a little bit higher, since Garlic Jr. is probably a better character in TOP. That's basically it. If you have any question, let me know. Remember, if you get the Mega Rising characters, you need to start them up. You cannot use them as 3-star characters because it's basically useless. You're just gonna invest a lot on them, and they're gonna be a good character to use in TOP. Have a good one, and goodbye.